what you need.
Hey everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new, I'm Shayla, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. So let's chat about the cost of competing. Whenever I'm actively in prep, I get asked all the time, is it expensive to compete? Absolutely. It is very expensive to compete, and I don't say this to scare anyone away from competing, but it is the reality of it. It is very expensive for food, your suit, hair, makeup, nails, if you have to travel, all that really adds up. So what I did throughout this video is I broke down all of my expenses, from coaching to food to miscellaneous things that I purchased to make prep a little bit easier, as well as I give you some tips on how to save money, because some things that I purchased, honestly, I did not need. So in 2021, I competed in bikini, and then last year, 2022, I competed in wellness. The first time I competed, I spent about $1,000 less. Last year, I spent more money, and I think it was due to the increased price of food, as well as I purchased a lot of things to make prep convenient for me. So both of those combined together ended up making me spend a little bit more money. But at the very end of the video, I am going to tell you ways that you can save money, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But let's jump right into the cost of competing. So I started my prep June of 2022, and show day was October 15th. I had a prep coach and I had a posing coach. And for me, I needed both. I needed a prep coach for accountability. I needed someone to tell me what to eat, when to eat it, and just hold me accountable for everything that I did or didn't do. And then when it came to posing, I honestly felt like I needed a posing coach because I needed a second opinion. My first prep, I did not have a posing coach until the end of prep, and I felt like if I would have had one in the beginning, I just would have been better off, but it's okay. This time around, I learned my lesson. I was like, I'm getting a posing coach from the beginning so I can develop good habits and learn how to properly pose, and it definitely made a huge difference in my posing. I also hired a trainer to train me here and there, so I did 3 sessions with him just to give me that extra push. There was times where I felt tired, I didn't feel like working out, or I didn't feel like I was pushing myself hard enough, so I reached out to a local trainer to help me out with that. So total for all 3 things, it was $615. My second expense was food. Food was honestly probably one of my largest expenses, just because there was things that I had to purchase. I pretty much ate the same thing every single week because I was on a meal plan and I had limited options on what I can eat. Meat was the most expensive thing to buy, and I felt like the cost of food, because I shopped at Kroger, it went up. It went up a lot. So the first time I competed, I was spending around $60 to $70 every week. The second time I competed, this past year, 2022, I was spending around $80 to $90 per week. So total from June until October, I spent $1,800 on food. So I spent around $360 a month on food. I will say, if you have a membership somewhere to like maybe a Costco, Sam's Club, you can save some money when it comes to food, because then you can just buy in bulk. I didn't have a membership anywhere, so I shopped at Kroger, and then I also shopped at Trader Joe's as well, and I realized it was a little bit cheaper to shop there, which I didn't know. I always thought it was a little bit more expensive. So there's definitely ways to save money there. The next category is just like miscellaneous things that I didn't expect to buy. I just end up buying throughout prep because it just made prep a little bit easier for me. The first thing were training shoes. I purchased Noble training shoes because I was lifting heavier and I wanted some really good shoes that had nice support, that also had a decent amount of cushion in it, that I could squat, do lunges, do a lot of heavy lifts in. I had shoes for upper body days and for cardio, but I really didn't have a good pair of shoes for lower body days. So that's why I purchased those. I also purchased a weight belt so I could have a little bit more support on my lower back. That was $50. I purchased a hydro jug water bottle. I needed to drink more water, and I didn't want to carry around like a regular water jug. I wanted something that was cute that I could take to work with me anywhere and not feel, I guess, judged and just feel comfortable with it. I wanted something cute. That was $46. I purchased a Yeti lunchbox because I wanted an insulated lunchbox. That was $80. And I also purchased a Yeti tumbler. Did not need this at all, but I bought it because I was drinking a lot of tea, and that was $35. And I also ended up getting LO containers. And this was something I kind of had to get because of the lunchbox. The way the Yeti lunchbox is shaped, you have to have a certain type of container to fit inside of it. And I purchased a pack of, I want to say 5 containers from Target, and those were $55. So total, I spent $403 on those items to make prep just a little bit easier for me. So this next category is for memories. I wanted to look back at this time that I competed and just remember all the hard work I put in, why I did it. I wanted to have pictures and videos, so I did 2 photo shoots, one before and one after, and I did a video shoot as well, and that came up to a total of $270. You honestly don't need to do a video or photo shoot before and after. I think before would be best, because after your weight's going to start to go up and fluctuate and things. So I think to do your photo shoot and your video shoot before would be perfect. And you can honestly choose one or the other unless you just want both. But I wanted both, so I did both. Show day prep. This was a pretty big expense. We're going to start off with the hotel. So the first thing I purchased was a hotel. I did do a local show, but I decided to stay in a hotel. If you are doing a local show and you can stay home, definitely do that. You'll save a lot of money. One thing I will say is whenever you do a local show, a lot of times if you go through the website of the show, they have a discount on the hotel that is closest to them. So I was able to click the link on their website and they gave me, I think, like a 15% discount or something like that. So I ended up spending $506 from Friday to Sunday morning, I believe. The next expense was my NPC card. You do have to have an NPC card to compete. If you don't have it, you'll have to get one. You can buy it in advance, or you can buy it the day you do your check-ins, which is usually that Friday. So if your show's on a Saturday, it would be on a Friday. That was $125. The next expense is for a manicure and a pedicure. I decided to get both. I just wanted to go to the shop and have them do it. It was easier for me. You can save money in this area by doing press-on nails or polishing your nails and your toes yourself. You don't have to get fake nails. You don't have to get acrylics, gel, or anything like that. Honestly, they just want you to look presentable. End up costing $130. That's including tip. I did get my eyebrows waxed. That was $18, including the tip. And I got 2 different types of waxes. I got my underarms wax as well as a Brazilian. And for everything, it was $106 for both, as well as a tip. So the next expense was a spray tan. You do want to make sure you get a spray tan. You want to make sure that you have your spray tan so that way on stage you don't look washed out. Your muscles are a lot more defined and it just looks better. You can also do it yourself, so you can save a lot of money doing it yourself. So that ended up being $130 for the spray tan. Next up is my hair. So I did wear weave. So for the bundles that I purchased, thankfully they were 25% off when I went to the store. So it was $90 for that, but I also had to get installed and I had to get it styled and curled and washed. I also got a black rinse because I wanted my hair to be jet black. So for the bundles, $90 for the hair, $140. I needed my makeup done. I don't know how to do makeup. I had to have somebody else do my makeup. That was $60. After tip, it was $75. I had to purchase a wellness suit. Well, I guess I didn't necessarily need to purchase a brand new wellness suit, but I wanted to wear a different color. I wore like this turquoise color for my bikini competition, and for wellness, I wanted to switch to green. And so that was $400 for my suit. I could have saved money, honestly, by wearing the same suit that I wore on my first competition, and maybe just getting new bottoms that fit a little bit differently or fit a little bit better, because I was bigger for this competition than I was for bikini. I purchased brand new heels. Those were $80, and I had to get new heels because my heels from the first time around were disgusting. They just did not look good at all. So I wanted to purchase brand new heels. So I did reuse my accessories from my first show because everything was in good condition. So I felt like I was good to go there. There was no need for me to repurchase all of those things when I could just reuse what I already had. The grand total for everything, $4,935. And when I saw this number, I was like, wow, I did not realize I spent so much money. I knew I spent thousands of dollars, but it felt like I spent like $3,800, maybe $4,000. I did not know it was so close to $5,000. So I was in shock when I saw that number. I was like, wow, that was a lot of money. So there are ways that you can save money. The first way is by shopping at a membership-based grocery store. That way you can at least purchase some of your more expensive items from there, or items that you use the most of. So for me, I ate a lot of meat, so it would have been better if I would have purchased my meat in bulk at a Costco or a Sam's Club, and then I could have purchased my produce from a Kroger, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, or somewhere else. Or I could have just purchased everything from Costco and Sam's Club, and I would have saved a lot of money by doing that. Also, do not buy pre-cooked meat and pre-cut vegetables and fruit often, because that will definitely add up. You're paying for the packaging, you're paying for the fact that it's already either cooked or pre-cut up for you. So if you buy all of your fruits and vegetables whole and chop them up yourself, you're going to save money. And then if you buy your chicken breast packaged and then you slice it and cook it, you'll save a lot more money by doing that. When it comes to purchasing your suit, I would say just shop around, look at different websites, look at their reviews. You want to find an affordable suit, of course, but you also want to find something that's good quality. So definitely look at the reviews. If you know someone that's purchased from a particular website, ask them how they like their suits. And then look on social media too. I know I was on Instagram and I was looking at different discount codes that some professional, some pro athletes had, and I would use their discounts, especially for my heels. I used Daraja Heels discount. I think she got I can't remember how much off, but I got a little bit of money off by using her code. So shop around, look for discount codes, and then if somebody has already competed and they're trying to get rid of their suit, if they competed in the same division as you, hey, maybe you can purchase their suit from them and get it altered if it fits you well. The third way would be to stay at home if you're competing at a local show. You do not have to get a hotel. It is nice to kind of get away if you live with other people. It helps you just to kind of like mentally reset, relax, and have some alone time before your show. But if you can stay at home, I would highly suggest doing that. You'll save a lot of money by doing so. If you don't stay at home, go through the website of the competition and see if they're offering a discount at any hotels nearby. And then the fourth way of saving money is to do your own hair, makeup, and or spray tan. So if you know how to do any of those yourself, if you do it yourself, you're going to save so much money, because the spray tan alone for me was $130. So if I knew how to do that myself, I could have saved a lot of money by doing that. And then when it comes to hair and makeup, if you're really good at doing your own hair and makeup and you feel like it is on the level it should be for you to get on stage, I would go for it, do it, and save a lot of money. But unfortunately, I'm just not that skilled in those areas, so I did have to spend extra money on it. But if you can do it, highly suggest you doing it. Overall, competing isn't cheap. It is a very expensive sport to get into, but there's ways that you can save money. So my biggest advice would be to just plan ahead. Write down all the things you plan on spending money on and have those expenses, that money already set aside, so that way you're not stressed about it while you're on prep, because you're already going to be going through a ton of different emotions. You're going to be exhausted, you might be irritable at times, and so you don't want to add financial stress to the mix. I'll link a checklist that I found online in the description box. It was very helpful. It told me what to pack, things I may need for competition prep, and so I was able to kind of go ahead and create a savings for competing. Initially, I thought I was only going to spend like $3,000. So I was like, okay, let me set aside $3,000 and I'll be good to go. I did go over that budget, but I wasn't as stressed because I had at least that amount set aside. And you also don't have to spend all that money all at once. So if you spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, almost $5,000 like me, you're not spending all of the money at once. You're going to be spending a little bit of money at a time each month. So what I would do is, if you write down everything that you need to do for your competition prep, purchase something every single month, or a few things every single month. So one month, maybe you purchase your heels, your NPC card. The next month, maybe you purchase your hotel, or you can purchase accessories. The following month, you can go ahead and buy your suit, and just purchase a little bit every single month. And that will help you, because the worst thing to do is to buy everything all at once and to be hit with one lump sum of money. It can be a little bit overwhelming. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gives you a better idea of how much it does cost to compete. I really try to break it down as much as I possibly could so it's realistic. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll be sure to answer them. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you on my next video. Bye.